What's going on, guys? In today's session, we're actually going to be diving into a subject that a lot of people been curious about, how they can leverage a company and an opportunity so they can start earning up to 5 to 10K a month using our platform. And it's in the affiliate marketing space, direct sales space. This way you guys can have a clear vision, can buckle up your seatbelts and get ready for a ride, because we are going to give you guys so much valuable information to basically level up your life. Okay, so here I'm going to be able to share my screen. Please let me know if you guys can see my screen. Boom. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
All right, thank you. All right, let me hide this. Okay, perfect. So today, like I was mentioning earlier, we're going to be talking about how to escape the 9-to-5 rat race, because a lot of people are struggling with this topic. You know, if you go into social media, a lot of people want to be entrepreneurs, want to do their own thing. So we actually found something that is doable, that anybody in whatever space you're in, you can actually leverage this opportunity and get to that goal with minimum 5K plus monthly to be able to escape. So this is some of the speakers that we'll have today. Obviously, I'm the host today. We're going to be sharing with you the whole presentation. We'll open it up for our speakers to be able to share their perspectives and how were they able to go through and navigate in this world, and especially utilizing this space that we're on. And so let's get started, guys. So I'm going to share with you why we chose Enagic. So Enagic is the company and is the opportunity that we're trying to show you guys. So this holistic conglomerate was established in 1974 in Okinawa, Japan. And since this is a Japanese opportunity, it's a Japanese-based company, the word Enagic itself has a special meaning, which is energy and magic. And here I got to experience that because we went to the actual 50-year anniversary. There was about 9,000 international distributors all over this arena, and literally they were on energy and magic. It was like a magical feeling, and we were representing one of our biggest market, which is the US, and we're establishing to penetrate different markets right now, and I'll be able to share with that. So this is my amazing mentor, Simon, and it was just an amazing feeling to be in a room with so many individuals that actually believe in this opportunity and believe in what we have going on. So what makes this company so special? Because most people will tell me, man, why are you telling me about this company? Why should I care? Well, first of all, we're in the high ticket space. So high ticket meaning there are products that actually have a certain amount of value that the marketplace needs. So for example, these high tickets, I can't just run through it and not give you guys the perspective of what you guys are gonna get into, okay? So it's very important to understand this. I actually was fortunate to do a whole tour and see the manufacturer, see what this company is all about. And I'll just tell you guys a couple things here. It's basically a 51-plus-year-old privately held company, okay? It's an OEM original manufacturer, numerous industry awards and endorsement. It's in the highest medical standards with 3 ISO certifications, which are these right here that you see. And it's the only company that actually produces medical grade water ionizers that are endorsed by doctors. I'll be able to share about Dr. Shinya in a little bit, and the American Anti-Cancer Institute. And something that I'm super excited about, which is the revolutionary EMF harmonizing technology that we are having as our newest product about 2 years ago. So I'm very bullish about this, and I'm going very deep about the EMF space, and you guys will be able to see it by your hand. So for a lot of people that are in this call that maybe don't have no clue about what we're doing, this is why I do this, so we can establish that thing of like, okay, I'm on this call, I'm gonna be learning about high ticket products, and an industry and a company that actually solving a huge problem that the marketplace is actually facing right now. So, and then we'll be able to talk about the 5 to 10K per month doing our direct sale association. It's an affiliate program that we have, and it's an amazing global opportunity. Okay, so here is the vision. Most people, for those that don't know me, my name is Mehdi. You know, I'm from Morocco. I've been working in this business, in this industry for about 9 years now. And literally, I'm telling you guys this because when I first got started, I couldn't see the vision. It was very hard to see it. So now my job is to be able to relay that vision that took me some time to be able to establish in my mind. So I don't want to do people a disservice by not telling them. So this company is truly global. They're able to produce more than $10 billion in sales. So we're $1 billion company, right? And we serve 173 countries worldwide. And something that this is why you're here. These are the products that we're promoting here, and we have other more, but this is the main bread and butter of our company that we believe every home needs. And we have paid $4 billion in commissions to distributors like you and me from 51 years. So we're not talking about a company that just got started. We're actually talking to you guys about something that's been in the market, that's been solving a huge problem, and that we're still in the early stages of development to get into other countries and to establish other markets as well. So you see here, we have 29 countries and 44 locations. I was based in South Carolina. I have a lot of my team here in South Carolina. And then also we have people in Florida, New York, LA, Utah, you know, and then we're trying to establish, we're establishing the biggest market yet to come in Latin America. So if you have connections, make sure to keep that in mind because it's going to serve you to be able to catch a vision. Okay. So now I'm going to share with you about our ecosystem. So when you're coming in, you saw what the company is, what it can do, and what it was able to do. And now we're going to show you the power of the K8, which is the most powerful antioxidant water machine. I don't know if you guys know about anti-aging. So this is literally the fountain of youth directly at people's homes, okay? And then the Emguarde that I shared a little bit about. What's going on, guys? For those that are joining new, please put in the chat where you are joining from and who referred you. I appreciate that. So now the Emguarde, I am very bullish about because it's our newest technology. It's only 2 years young and a 51-year-old company. So when I saw this vision about maybe a year and a half ago, I actually saw it from my mentor, Simon, that actually they call him Mr. Emguarde because of the fact when he said this, and I will never forget this, he saw this opportunity. And when he was shown the Emguarde, he bought 3 of them. And literally, then he was like, I just bought 3 Emguardes. And they just showed him a demo and he believed in it. So what I'm trying to say is, if something that did that for somebody that's been in this industry for quite some time, this is why he ran with this vision. So I made it my mission to copy exactly what he's doing. And that's why I'm so bullish about the Emguarde, because it's like a new business, but it's not, because it's still established by the same company with the same years, and it's solid and here to stay. And then on another opportunity, we'll be able to share with you guys our other amazing products, the Inespa, which is a shower system that basically it's an onsen spa bath. Literally, it just has these minerals that are be able to help your skin. And then the Ukon turmeric, which is the golden turmeric that's harvested in these traditional ancestral places in the blue zones in Okinawa. So that's the best supplement that you can have to combine with the anti-inflammation with the most powerful antioxidant water machine. But for this purpose, I'm gonna be talking to you guys about these 2 special products. Why? Because they are what the market needs and what we believe every family and every business owner that wants to establish this with us needs to get their hands on first. And also there is a benefit by signing up with these 2 products on the business structure thing. Okay, so now let me show you something to establish for those that needs to see numbers, because most people, they might not be able to actually get this, and they might not even care about this. But the health and wellness market size, it is a huge market size, meaning in the market, in business, if you're in the health and wellness industry, you're doing good, right? So they were able to produce in 2025 alone about $6.8 trillion in the industry. So, and look what it's forecasting to do, this industry that we're in, $11 trillion by 2034, meaning there's $5 more trillion to be made from now to 2034. Okay, so this is the bigger vision. This is part of my vision. That's why I show you guys, because we actually study the market. We're studying what the actual market needs as a whole, and why this industry happened to be one of the most powerful industry right now. So we have the holistic wellness, which is our company. It's in the holistic wellness space. Why? Because it has the medical grade ionizers, right? And the radiation harmonizers. So that's why we believe in these two products. They are what people need to get their hands on, and they need to lead to show the market these two powerful products that we believe everybody needs. Okay, so this is just to establish a little bit of what this market can do. So now, what you will learn in today's session. So by the end of today's session, you'll be equipped with what is Kangen water, what's so special about this anti-aging water, and what is the Emguarde, and why I'm so bullish on the Emguarde, and how to earn high commissions using our platform, which most of you in this call are probably here because of that. Okay, so we'll be able to show you guys all of that. And please keep coming. For those that are just joining, put in the chat, where are you joining from, who invited you, and let's really lock hands. If you guys have any questions, please leave them for the Q&A section. We'll probably leave at the end, and let's get started, guys. So what's so special about this Kangen water? So let's say before science was able to discover what was making this anti-aging water, literally people will call it ancient healing water or miracle waters. They would travel to these places that are called the blue zones. I don't know if you guys know the blue zone. Please put one in the chat if you guys ever heard about blue zones, where people live over 120 years. So these blue zones actually have these healing waters. So science, about 100 years back, they discovered why these blue zones have this special water and what's so special about these healing water. Because when they saw in the blue zones that people were living over 120, they discovered that it was because of their food, the air they breathe, and the water they drink. And since we're 75% water, that's why they focused and they discovered it was the active molecular hydrogen. So remember this word, active molecular hydrogen. Yes, Lourdes, France is one of them. I met a guy that actually traveled there. He was dealing with cancer. And after that, he came back literally. And then the doctor would say, what did you do? You don't have cancer anymore. And it's because he drank water from Lourdes fountains. So now, this is the mighty K8 that was invented by the Japanese, because they were able to mimic what these blue zones were doing to the water. So God intended water to be in a certain way. So the Japanese, they created a device that was able to create and mimic that. And this is our flagship model, the K8. It's a technology that can restructure your water and give you the ability to have the same water as the blue zone. Because I don't know about you guys, for you to travel all the way to Lourdes just to pick up some water, to have a biohacking lifestyle, it's absurd, you know? So that's why they saw the gap and they invented such a device, okay? So we're gonna be telling you guys about the 3 life-changing secrets behind Kangen water. So since this is a Japanese company, Kangen simply means return to origin or return to source. Kangen, it's a Japanese word. So Kangen, it's special because in the market now, there's a lot of alkaline waters, right? So here, when you see about this special Kangen water, the first property you'll hear is the anti-aging, which deals with promoting antioxidants. So this is a water that has a plethora of antioxidants, right? And so it's solving the problem of oxidation. A lot of people nowadays are dealing from chronic oxidation, and the chronic oxidation makes us age faster. So now we're gonna be talking to you guys about the second property, which is the alkalinity. So here, alkalinity is a big thing, especially in the US. You'll hear alkaline water this, alkaline water that, and it's because they're adding baking soda into the water to making it alkaline, because you cannot truly bottle true alkaline water from these sources. This water is only alkaline because there's anti-aging, antioxidant properties in the water. Okay, so it's very different from when you hear alkaline water to hearing why Kangen water is alkaline. Okay, and then lastly is the cellular hydration and detoxification. For those that are in the fitness industry, for the coaches and the trainers, you guys understand, please put in the chat of how important it is for you to have cellular hydration, the ability to hydrate you cellularly, and the ability to detoxify. Exactly, like Za. Exactly, Za knows about this. You know, the ability to hydrate cellularly when you're drinking these supplements, when you're taking your BCAAs, your pre-workouts, your protein, you want to be able to use a water that can actually help the cell and promote recovery to the cell. And that point, since it's able to penetrate the cell, then it detoxifies the cell. So it helps you detox, okay? So we'll be able to show you now a quick video that will put everything that I just mentioned in one visual, because I believe sometimes videos, they do more justice on how I can explain it because of the visuals that they're showing. So this is a quick video that will explain to you guys about what is Kangen water and what is the antioxidants, what's the pH, how is it alkaline, and the ability to hydrate you cellularly. Exactly. So Za says faster recovery and flush out lactic acid. That's why the highest celebrities and the highest athletes, they actually are being shown this water, and I'll show you guys in a different slide, okay? So please let me know if you guys can hear my video.
If your body's like a Ferrari, why not feed it with the highest quality fuel? You see, growing up as a competitive swimmer, I was always told to hydrate with bottled water or Gatorade. I want to show you what I've learned about why drinking these are causing more harm than good to our bodies. The Kangen water machine creates the only medical grade water in the world. It's immunity boosting, antioxidant-rich, hydrogen-filled water that promotes rapid recovery. The key to getting the win is starting with the most important W, water. I'm excited to share with you why all the top professional athletes are winning while drinking Kangen water. I'm talking athletes like Tom Brady, LeBron James, the Seattle Seahawks, the LA Lakers, and the New York Yankees, to name a few. Let's get started. This is an ORP meter. It's a device that scientists use to measure the antioxidants in a substance. If it's a negative number, that means it's good for us, like vitamin C, green tea, and cod liver oil. If it's a positive number, it speeds up aging and causes inflammation in the body, like bottled water, tap water, and sports drinks. Let's go ahead and test these substances. So the Gatorade is measuring at a positive 500 plus. Pellegrino, our bottled mineral water, positive 438. Ozarka, a positive 399. Our bottled alkaline Essentia water, still a positive 212. Now our Kangen water is a negative 720 and climbing. Let's talk about the alkalinity of this water. Kangen water ensures that your body remains at a healthy pH. These are pH drops, and when they're dropped into a clear substance, they change into one of these colors. If it's acidic, then it causes illness. And if it's alkaline, it promotes health. So as you can see, Gatorade, Pellegrino, and Ozarka are all pretty acidic, but Essentia looks pretty good. Let's take a closer look. I want you to turn to the back of your bottle and ask yourself, why does it have all these added chemicals? All these added ingredients, sodium bicarbonate, magnesium sulfate, calcium chloride? That's because you can't bottle real alkaline water. They have to add toxic chemicals to it in order for it to be alkaline by the time you open it. And by the time Essentia hits your stomach, it isn't alkaline anymore. Quite frankly, it's dead water. Dr. Filter says that by drinking 1 glass of living, hydrogen-rich Kangen water, you're consuming more antioxidants than you can possibly eat in fruits and vegetables in a day. The equivalent of 20 cups of green tea or 5 pounds of blueberries. Hydrogen is the most potent antioxidant in the world. It promotes longer endurance, faster muscle recovery, increases ATP production, anti-aging, and much more. Next focus, cellular hydration. What I noticed when I first started drinking the water is that I didn't feel bloated and full after drinking it. This is because your cells are hydrated on a molecular level, and 95% of the water is absorbed into your body before it even makes it to your stomach. This is because the water is microclustered, small ionized water. Kangen water helps you detox and absorb more nutrients such as vitamins, supplements, and your proteins. It'll enhance anything you put with it. If you're drinking any other water, you're only absorbing 15% of it. You're simply diluting all of your vitamins and supplements that you're spending your hard-earned money on. Check this out. This is one machine that makes 5 different types of water. I invite you to pause this page so you can see the unlimited uses of this machine. It's not just your drinking water, it's your everything water, providing a business opportunity that'll create financial freedom, tax write-off, credit building with affordable payment options. Kangen water is better for your health, better for your bank account, and better for the planet. It's game time. Are you joining the team?
Exactly, guys. So that right there, please put in the chat if you thought that that was powerful. And something I can, if I can ask you guys a favor, if you guys can keep your camera on, it just helps me engage with you guys, and I just get more power, because at the end of the day, I'm here to add as much value to you guys as possible. So I just get that reciprocation. And if you're driving, that's totally fine. I get it. I appreciate you. But if you can, please turn them on, because it just helps me to be able to give you guys and engage with you. So that was powerful. Like when I seen that, literally it put in a perspective of why we need to tell the marketplace this. If you guys agree that everybody deserves to hear about this information, please put 1 in the chat. Put 1 in the chat if you agree. So now I'm gonna continue, and I'm gonna tell you guys about this renowned Dr. Shinya. So Hironi Shinya, he is a chief of endoscopy, because he co-invented the endoscope, and he has his medical center in New York, and he's performed over 360,000 colonoscopies. So and he has also written majority of these books, the microbe factor, the rejuvenation enzyme, the enzyme factor 2, and then this is his most famous copy, which is the enzyme factor. 2 million copies sold. And check out what he says in his book. Because most people will tell me, Mehdi, you're not a doctor. I'm not claiming to be a doctor, but I can show you what doctors are saying about this hydrogen-rich water, okay? So, let me add, somebody is trying to join. All right, guys, so here, let's read it together. So drinking Kangen water can help cure obesity. Ladies and gentlemen, this is powerful. Why? Because a lot of people that are dealing, because this subject, people dealing with obesity, it has grown in the past years. So a lot of people are more obese because they're eating the wrong foods. They're drinking the wrong drinks. So this problem alone, imagine the marketplace, it needs what we have. So this is why it makes the best opportunity to be part of, because we're not selling fluff. We're selling you guys a huge solution that you can be part of and get your hand and be part of the mission to help people get to this position. So that was coming from a doctor, not myself. And just to show you, because he's done more than 3,600 colonoscopies, people's gut, and look what he's able to discover. So here he says, I recommend to all my patients to drink Kangen water as my protocol, because in his protocol, for him to help you with your enzymes and with your colon, he needs you to be drinking Kangen water. Otherwise, he won't be able to see you. A lot of people are dealing with chronic constipation. That's one of the biggest testimonies that we get instantly, is that, man, I couldn't go to the bathroom. I drink this water and now I'm able to flush out. So Literally, look at this person. It's a female, 45 years, breast cancer, chronic constipation. 3 months after, boom, her colon is back to being pink and back to being normal. So you see, we're telling you guys about a product that can really change people's health inside out. Inflammation. Look at these pulps. These are like ulcers that are in the stomach. And look here, you can see the scars where the pulps used to be, but they're not anymore. It's cleaned out. It's able to give the body the ability to heal itself. Because we're not saying Kangen water is doing the healing, because we're living in a toxic world. Since this water has the ability to promote antioxidants, boom, it's given the ability to reduce inflammation. Alkalinity, it helps with the digestion. And then the ability to penetrate your cell and help the body. Look, this is why it's able to do these things. Chemotherapy, before, after, 3 months after. So guys, this is coming from, and he's done 360,000 of these right here. So there's so much, and all these people are using Kangen water. And other books talk about it too. It's not just him. There's so many books like Robert G. Wright, Kill Cancer, Not People. One of his famous books, real good book. So there's a lot of books that are talking about this. So that's why we're so bullish in this industry. So now to be able to wrap it up and show you guys the power of this machine and what else it can produce, because most people get it confused. They just think it's the water. So let's check out the other types of water that it can do. It's a quick video. He'll be able to show you guys the actual visuals, so you guys can now understand the power of this K8 machine and how it can revolutionize the people you get to talk to. So let's check it out.
To show you guys that the machine is actually touchscreen. It's super easy to use. Based on whatever button you press right here will be the water that it's producing for you. So remember, 9.5, 9.0, and 8.5 on the right-hand side, that's going to be your alkalized, antioxidant-rich Kangen water for drinking, for coffees, for teas, cooking, etc. Right? Now, on the top left-hand corner, what you'll see right here is clean water. It's neutral. It's not acidic. It's not alkaline. That's perfect for baby food, baby formula, taking medication, and also while you're eating a meal. Beauty water is right here. This is actually one of my favorites. So before I started using beauty water, I was actually pretty ugly, but now check it out. See? So this beauty water, just kidding. This beauty water is actually 5.5 pH. It's the same pH as your skin, same pH as your hair. It's fantastic. It's actually a leave-in conditioner, and it's also a toner. So for all you women that are wasting money on $30 water bottles of, basically pH water, this machine makes it for free. It's also very good for plants, house plants, all plants if you're into cultivation and agriculture. Now again, this bottom left-hand button will make the 11.5 strong Kangen, which you already saw for the pesticides and degreaser. But the 2.5, I really want to talk about this really quick because this is probably one of my favorites. This is a hand sanitizer spray, disinfectant spray. This will replace all of your household chemical cleaners. If you can smell this stuff, it smells like bleach. It smells like chlorine, and not just any chlorine. It smells very, very strong, right? This is 100% safe because all it is water. Here's one thing you can't do with your chemical cleaners and bleach. You can't do that. There's no way. I have a daughter, 7 months old, has the toys, has the play area. I can sanitize her stuff and feel perfectly safe. It's actually so safe that I use it with peppermint as mouthwash. You can use it with an eye infection, staph, mold, mildew, fungus, E. coli, salmonella, 99.9% of all bacteria. It's actually 100 times more effective at killing pathogens than bleach, okay? And you definitely don't want bleach and chemical cleaners under your kitchen sink. And amazing for people with eczema, psoriasis, cuts, scrapes, burns. If you want to do research on it, look up hypochlorous acid. It's actually used in over 1,000 different beauty products around the world. And guess what? My machine makes it for free. Now that you've watched this video, you have all the education and understanding on whether or not Kangen water is a good fit for you and your family's health lifestyle. The biggest thing I want to leave you with is to stop drinking plastic. If you can take one thing away from this video, stop drinking this. It's plastic, it's poison, it's no good. You want to get a machine. You want to be drinking Kangen water all day, every day. So everybody, keep calm, drink Kangen water, get rid of the plastic, stop adding to the problem, be part of the solution.
So guys, that is the power in a nutshell about this machine. So it's not just making 9.5 or drinking water. It's giving you the ability to make the 5 different types of water. It's a certified device made from Japan. Most people ask me how long these machines last. About 30+ year lifespan. It's a holistic healthcare in your house, tax deductible for people that really want to take advantage of this opportunity, and then also 100+ uses that you can go eco-friendly at your home. And something he mentioned about the 11.5. This is huge. Why? I wanna really show you guys why it's important to look into this one special water. The 2.5 is able to kill bacteria. 9.5 hydrates, right? And then the 11 strong alkaline water, look real quick. It's a 1-minute video. Look what it can do for people's family. Because how many people know right now it's giving pesticide to their family? But watch this video and then we'll talk about it.
Right now, what I want to focus on is actually the 11.5 strong Kangen water. So this one is actually so alkaline that it can emulsify oils and fats. So what we're actually going to do is I'm going to pour these in these cherry tomatoes that I have right here. I got these from a local grocery store. These are supposed to be organic. So let's go ahead and I'm going to pour the 11.5 Kangen water right there. Okay. And then on the other side, I'm going to go ahead and just grab some regular bottled water. I mean, I know most of you aren't using bottled water to, wash your fruits and vegetables, but that'll do. I'll go ahead and just pour that right there. Now, while these are soaking, I'm going to show you how this is actually working. So we already know that oil and water don't mix, and I'm using sesame oil because it's dark, it's really thick and greasy, and I want to show you guys, obviously this is a fact of life, right? We know that oil and water don't mix, okay? There you go, point proven. We've known that since, I don't know, middle school, high school, right? Science class. Now, the thing is your professor didn't know about the 11.5 strong Kangen water. Again, this water is so alkaline that it can emulsify and break down oils and fats. So we like to use it as a, pesticide remover, veggie wash, but you can also use it as a degreaser for your kitchen, laundry detergent, stain remover, everything like that, right? Here you go. Oil and water don't mix. Isn't that crazy, guys? So what happened here? This is not horchata, by the way. This is actually sesame oil broken down. The 11.5 Kangen water broke down and emulsified that oil. So if it could do that with dark, thick sesame oil, let's see what comes off our fruits and vegetables. Now remember, if you're using tap water to wash your fruits and veggies, you're not removing any of the pesticides. You're not removing any of the chemicals. You're actually just adding lead, lye, arsenic, fluoride, chlorine, pharmaceutical drugs, heavy metals, VOCs, basically all the contaminants and chemicals that are in our tap water, right? Check this out. Look what comes off your cherry tomatoes, or your produce, your strawberries, veggies, anything that you're cooking. Look at what comes off, just a handful of cherry tomatoes. Like, guys, first of all, I'm colorblind and I can still see this, okay? This is disgusting. Like, once I saw this, I couldn't unsee it. Like, you can't show me this and then me consciously go back to giving this to my family and eating it every single day. Google atrazine, okay? I'm not even gonna tell you guys about it. Go on Google, look up atrazine, look at what it does. What it does to the pests, it does the same thing to us humans. It attacks the reproductive organs, and it's now leading to ADD, ADHD, autism at birth, a lot more birth defects, low birth weight. I mean, the list goes on and on. We wonder why hormone levels are all out of whack today. We wonder why testosterone levels are at an all-time low, estrogen levels, etc. Do your research, look into atrazine, A-T-R-A-Z-I-N-E, atrazine.
All right, guys, so atrazine, that's a huge problem. A lot of people think it's not that big of a deal, but yes, look up the dirty dozen. There's a lot of fruits and vegetables that are considered to be the dirty dozen, so check those out and know that you're eating atrazine every time you eat a strawberry or a cherry tomato. So look up atrazine and see what it can do when you remove this from your foods. It's actually a life-changing opportunity and an ability. So how many people of you right now can really relate and be like, wow, I know so many people that are trying to go organic, that are trying to basically don't consume, pesticide, but they're actually doing it. How many people? Put it in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you know so many families that can actually benefit if you show them this information. Because there's already 3 million machines sold worldwide. We already have 3 million people that are using our technology to go in green and to actually promote better lifestyle for them and their family, okay? So now I'm gonna be able to show you something that most people want to see. Most people want to see how they can save money. Because as I showed you why this is a powerful investment to do for you and your family, now I'm gonna show you how it can also be a benefit for your pocket. So one device replace all of these things. Bottled water, all-purpose cleaner, bleach, laundry detergent, the list goes on. There's so many more. I told you there's 101 uses that you can take out of your Kangen 8 water machine, okay? And for people that are loving the alkaline water because they know Dr. Zebi, all these doctors that are promoting alkaline this, alkaline that, they're trying to drink alkaline water, but not all alkaline water are the same. Because remember, like the lady was saying, if you look at the back of the bottle, there's baking soda present in the water. That's why they're making it alkaline, because you cannot bottle true alkaline water. And if you look, people that buy Essentia, $35 for 24 pack. That's $10 a gallon. That's $3,500 a year, and that's $51,000 every 15 years. And I know this gentleman, Ryan, we had a one-on-one call with one of his good friends from school, and he was telling us he buys Saratoga water and he spends about $350 a month because he has a family of 5 plus 2 dogs, and I don't think he's giving it to his dogs. Okay, so it is huge. So the calculation we're able to get, literally it's around $3,000 that a family of 4 gets to actually save per year. So one machine that has this ability. So imagine if you're doing this now as a business opportunity, and if you're showing people you're talking to about such a product it's gonna back you up. We're not just selling fluffs. We're not selling low tickets. We're not selling these things that most people would say, well, I'm okay, I'll just go to Walmart, or I'll just go to the convenience store. So this is why this makes such an investment. So I just thought this would be powerful to show you guys what the Kangen machine can save you if you invest in the long run. Instead, because most people are renting their water. Ryan's friend that's paying $350 per Saratoga because it comes in glass, he is renting his water. And I ask people this, and I'll ask you the same question. How many people of you right now that literally drink this like just bottled water, and you now, when I ask you this, like how long would you drink water for? Like, until when are you gonna stop like consuming or investing or renting your water? Most people would say, I need to hydrate. So to me, this is why it made sense in the beginning. I used to be an advocate of alkaline water. And once I saw a machine that can produce alkaline water for me forever, and I just have to do a soft maintenance to my machine, and I have that ability, wow, it changed my perspective. So we've been advocates of it for 9 years. So, and it's just not just us, like you don't hear about it by these celebrities, but they're already using it because this is the future of health. And this is the next mega trend, the same way as Airbnb is taking over the hotel industry. The actual Uber is taking over taxi industry. I don't know if you guys are from my age group, if you guys remember Blockbuster. We used to be able to go rent out movies to watch movies. Netflix actually took that out of business. So the next mega trend that's gonna happen by bottled water industry, it is, and not just bottled water industry, replacing all these cleaners and all these things and going green, it is Kangen water. So now you guys see why athletes are actually like doing this, because they pay top money for their nutritionists to be able to show them how to eat, how to drink, what to do, what to exercise, and they tell them to drink the best water, which it comes from the medical grade water ionizer. So listen to some of the people real quick, what they have to say. This is some of the athletes.
What is the best? What is the best
and professionals?
On the planet? It's called Kangen water.
Steph Curry has like 4 machines. Manny Pacquiao as well.
I've worked with everyone from the Yankees to the Boston Red Sox to locally with the Arizona Diamondbacks. I do a lot with the NBA, a lot of NFL teams. And
by the way, I own a Kangen machine and a Najit
Grant Cardone
water filters through.
Yes.
They push out the acidity out of my water, and I have something that is alkaline.
Tom Brady. I actually met Tom Brady, and he told him that he's been for like 17 years. Kevin Hart.
I don't know, man, but it's got my skin shining, brother.
So if these people are actually, you know, in a conversation advocated on it, but they don't get paid for it, so that's why they don't make it a big deal. That's why I love this company, because it gives the opportunity to the average Joe, to the person that's like you and me, to be able to share this. Okay, so here to finalize this, literally every place that you can install it. This is Big Sean. He's a
you see that machine over there?
First of all, water is the number one just thing in the world, I feel like, that you have to do to take care of yourself. People who don't drink water take care of themselves like that, like, dog, maybe that might work for you for like your first, you know, you a little kid, but you either gotta like grow up and get your water in, because it's the natural cleanser, you know what I'm saying? It's the number one thing you need. You want that clear skin. A lot of ailments will just go with the more water you drink. So that's why I take it so serious, because I know how beneficial it is, how important it is. Man, so look.
Exactly. So it's all about how much are you willing to take serious your health, you know, especially in today's era that people are biohacking. For those that don't know what biohacking is when you're trying to live a longer lifestyle. So there's these ice tub machines, or people that do cold tubs or cold plunges. They're thousands of dollars. Saunas or red light therapies. People are investing thousands of dollars to have these things in their home. But if yet you're drinking bottled water, you really need to level up. So having a Kangen machine in your home is the next level of leveling up, because we are made 80% of water, not ice bath, not sauna. All these things can help as something that you can do, because most people are not doing ice baths every day. They're not doing sauna every day. But here, you actually get to consume this water every day. So it's something that people need and the market needs. And that's why I'm so bullish about the industry that we're in and how we get to help people like you to level up and have this machine at home. Okay, so that ends the K8 or the water section. Now let's get to the good stuff. So now I'm gonna be able to share with you guys the Emguarde. So Emguarde, it's a simple word that just stands for electromagnetic guard. So this is the first of its kind. It's a patented technology, and it's just out in the market for about, yes, amazing information. Thank you, Floor. So it's been in the market for about, let's say, 2 years, and it's taken the market by storm because most people know there's an issue with EMF radiation. There's a huge issue. They just don't know what the solution is. And it's definitely not one of those stickers that you put on your phone, because when we test them, they don't do anything. So now we'll be able to show you why I'm so bullish about this product and why I see that big vision of bringing it into Latin America, taking it to brand new markets and taking over the US market because it's still untapped. Okay, and to show you why, in the 2 years that we've been with the Emguarde that's been launched, we've sold over 30,000 plus units worldwide. And I was actually fortunate to be part of the second or the third Emguarde Summit in Malaysia. And I met some amazing people, and by that time, I was in the industry for about 8 years, and literally, I was mind blown on how much potential we have with this eNagic business. I got to see it from a different perspective. And that perspective is what we're bringing to you guys to be able to give you guys the clarity. Because I believe when we have clarity, not the action, because most people think it's the actions that we need to take. First, you need to have clarity. When you're driving, you need to have that address and the GPS first before you start driving. Otherwise, you're just going to be driving in circles. So that's the same thing that we believe in. And that's why I actually get to tell you this. So the world is polluted with technology. I don't know if you guys agree. If you guys agree, please put one in the chat if you agree that the world is polluted with technology. Like, I am 37. When I was a young boy, we didn't have access to tablets, to cell phones, not even the beeper. The beeper came out when I was like maybe 14 or something like that. So what I'm saying is, technology was, everything was wired. I remember when the internet came out, it used to be dialed up. It was, if you were using the internet, you cannot use the phone. See, I'm a little bit old school, but what I'm saying is we didn't have access to so much technology. So in the past 30 years, it has exploded, right? And see, a lot of people agree right here and say they agree that it's polluted, right? So here, to show you more of the visuals, because in my time, we didn't have access to this. Everything was written in notebooks. Now the kids, the little kids, and they are the ones that actually get most affected. They're having to do their homework in their tablet. The people, the population is addicted to social media. So we're plugged up in social media. Just go to your social media app and tell it how much hour do you spend on social media. You know, works now, like jobs, call centers, all these places, they have, look at an environment like that, full of wire technology, Wi-Fi, all these things. So if I can ask you guys to put in the chat, if you guys can look around your house, how much technology can you spot right now? A phone, a tablet, a Wi-Fi, put it in the chat. Exactly, like I have 2 phones, a tablet, because I run 2 screens. I actually have my Emguarde right here. It's actually protecting me. But if you look around, I have a TV behind me. Wi-Fi is next to me. So we are exposed to this stuff. Even the airplanes now are actually putting new technology in them when you're traveling. The EV vehicles. There's so much EV vehicles now because it's a growing demand. So if you check it out, eNagic is at the forefront and decided to create a product that will protect us from these harms and protects people's families. So that's why I think about, like, I'm already blessed. I already have Kangen Water. I have the Emguarde. I have the shower. Like, I have the whole ecosystem. The whole ecosystem. So, but I make it my mission to tell you guys because I believe that the market needs this information, because I was deprived from this information from before I got started 9 years ago. So to me, it's our duty, because I believe it, I live it, I do it every day. We should be able to share it with the world. So just to put it in perspective, I'm gonna share with you guys a portion of this video, because I want you guys to hear it from the Mr. Emguarde himself. Because when I saw this, it really changed my perspective about the EMF industry and why it's so dangerous and why we need to actually take a listen to this. Because when I went to the summit, I got to hear from doctors, I got to hear from people that were actually talking, and it literally scares the S out of you if you listen to this information, especially if you have children. So let's put play. Please take notes and give me your attention, and let's listen up to the video.
30 years ago, technology was celebrated for its promise to enhance convenience and connectivity. Today, while it has undoubtedly delivered on those promises, it comes with a new set of challenges. Our daily activities are now significantly exposed to the pollution from tech gadgets, a stark contrast to the relative tech-free environment of the past. Hi, my name is Simon Low, and I'm here to talk about electromagnetic radiation, also known as EMR, and what exactly it does to our bodies. Our everyday devices, while making our life easier, bombard us with electromagnetic radiation, EMR, that could be harmful. Constant exposure to EMR emitted from our Wi-Fi routers to our wearable technologies raises concerns about the long-term safety and wellness. This constant barrage is a modern form of pollution, pervasive yet imperceptible, enveloping us without a visible trace. Additionally, the World Health Organization, as we know as WHO, has classified radio frequency electromagnetic fields as possibly carcinogenic to humans, indicating that EMR has the potential to cause cancer. Healthcare professionals like Dr. Satvinder have weighed in on the potential side effects of EMR, citing how children are particularly susceptible.
The children's brain, like the hypothalamus, it tends to absorb 1.5 to 2 times more electromagnetic fields than an adult. But if you look at the child's bone marrow, it absorbs an amazing 10 times more electromagnetic radiation than an adult. The brain is much more absorbent, the skull is thinner, and because the relative size is smaller, if I give you the same dosage, your smaller tissue is going to absorb more than the bigger tissue. The first thing you have to do is keep the appliance that's emitting the radiation further apart from you, like handphones, off all power points when they're not in use. Number 3, you could use electromagnetic field harmonizers, which will balance out the radiation side effects from the appliance.
To that end, Dr. Satvinder recommends making use of electromagnetic field harmonizers that counteracts the effects of EMR on the human body. On the other hand, Professor Emerita at Trent University in Canada, Dr. Magda Harvest, whose experience lies in the biological effects of electromagnetic radiation, has shown that EMR has a negative effect on the blood, the heart, the autonomic nervous system. This could possibly lead to symptoms like poor circulation, headache, fatigue, and even difficulty concentrating. Now that you have seen the true effects of EMR, you have a better understanding of how it can adversely affect your health. And let's take a closer look at how our bodies react to EMR. Our bodies are more vulnerable to the EMRs within the range of 30 to 300 megahertz, as we absorb the radiation a lot more, very much like a sponge absorbs water. When our bodies absorb EMR, they resonate with our vital organs' natural frequencies. Now this could potentially lead to negative effects on our well-being. This underscores the significance of managing our exposure. America's Federal Communication Commission, the FCC, has established limits on acceptable levels of EMR exposure. This is to safeguard the public health. Despite this, Many electronic devices operate near or at these exposure limits, raising concerns about the cumulative effects of daily exposures in our life. Even if you can't touch, see, or even smell it, you need to know that EMR is always around, making it a persistent problem. In the following demonstration, I'll show you what.
All right, guys, so that was like, to me, like, thank you, Simon, for creating such a video, man. It just puts it in a perspective where we actually need to care about this subject. We need to care, and the market is in demand. It's in dire need of what we have. And I want to stop sharing real quick. Let me stop sharing. I want to show you guys here how the Emguarde actually works. So I have this detector, right? So this detector is able to show you, because our ears cannot hear the radiation, although they can feel it. I'll show you guys some reports, but since we cannot hear it, we tend to ignore it. You won't ignore a pool that's infested, that's sluggish, that's bad, that's not been maintained. You won't jump in that pool because you can see the contamination. But since we cannot hear or see the contamination, we tend to ignore it. But let me show you guys with this product. So I have the Emguarde here. I'm gonna unplug it right now. And so now the Emguarde is off, okay? Now I have here the detector. So this detector, I'm gonna turn it on and you guys can hear it. So that is literally what your brain is hearing non-stop when you're being exposed to radiation. So now I'm gonna have Maggie plug up the Emguarde. So the moment she plugged it up, you saw the scale right here drop. So it harmonizes what comes off from all our gadgets, and it's able to give us a place of serenity where we can actually rest. So take it off again. You see, radiation comes back right away. If you guys can see it right there. Boom. It's now being cleared and it's being harmonized. So I thought that would be powerful to show you guys something live, something that you can actually see, because when I saw a demo, this is why I was like, wow. You know, when I do demos for Kangen Water, I have to take my pH drops, the machine. I have to take so many things to be able to do it. But now we have a product that you can actually just plug play and people actually get to see the value, okay? Now I'm gonna be able to continue sharing where I was at. All right, let me know if you guys can see my screen. You guys can see it, good to go, perfect. So here we have some of the studies done by PubMed. It's literally the oxidative stress that's happening by our EMF radiation exposure right here. Boom. And since we talked about oxidation in our food and our drinks, how it's bad for us to drink just all these drinks and not drink water that actually promotes antioxidant and help us against that oxidation, they actually figured that the environment causes oxidation in our body. So not just through the food and drinks and the emotions and having negative thoughts, it's also by the Wi-Fi, the phone, and all these things that we actually get to experience. So another, this is basically a survey that was done in 2019. And I want to relate this message to you guys. You guys saw how this EMF radiation exposed to little children, it affects them 2 times, and then in their bone marrow 10 times. So here, if you guys can see, they did exposure to 871 participants, and 71% said they had sleep problem, 64 fatigue, concentration, memory, learning problems, 61%, stress, anxiety, 52%, headaches, 52%. So when you guys see the correlation with EMF exposure, it literally has to do with our brain's frequency, because that's the biggest organ that gets affected the first. So when we are protecting, when you use the Emguarde, you're actually using it to be able to take with you, to put it in the places you spend the most time. And look what happened here in France. France ordered that Apple stopped selling the iPhone 12 emitting too much electromagnetic radiation. And this was in 2023. And it was released in the BBC. So at the end of the day, this is information that is gatekept because they don't want to alarm the public. Because the giant tech companies, they do their job to make sure they suppress all this information. Okay, because this was 15-year-old news. And I will be able to show you something that actually proves that. So it's a growing demand for a solution. That's what I said in the beginning, why I'm so passionate about this Emguarde, because there is a demand about what we have. There is a demand, and the marketplace needs what we have. Because I don't know, like this EMF protector, it's an important product for the marketplace. I believe that 100% with my hand in my heart. So that's why I wanted to show you how it works. Literally, it protects us through an 8-meter diameter, and it does 3 megahertz to 1000 megahertz of protection, because they realize, according to the FCC, that 30 megahertz to 300 megahertz is the danger zones for humans. So the Emguarde was created on the potential to be able to harmonize the effects from 3 megahertz to 1000, which is 1 gigahertz. Okay, and it is demo able. The same way as you guys saw me doing the demo, you can do it to your prospects if you decide to do this as an opportunity. Okay, now I'm gonna share with you about Dr. Magda Harvest, which Simon already shared about her, because she's a professor, a Canadian professor, and she studies the blood formation when it's exposed to radiation. So this old gentleman, I think he's like a 64 old gentleman, he was exposed and he actually did a test, 30 minutes using his phone. Look at rouleau formation. Literally, this is when the cell loses its millivolts, its power, its charge, and it starts to stick to another cell. It robs it from its own, and they stick to the sec, and then it creates this rouleau formation like a little snake, because this is why people get in headaches. This is why people can't concentrate. This is why people can't sleep, because literally it's affecting us in a blood structure into our blood. So here, 30 minutes after using the phone, but now with the Emguarde next to the person, look at the blood. It's free flowing again. And we actually did this test with our team. I done the test myself. I actually have a video you guys can go watch. So our team were able to do this. Subject A, B, C, and D. And let me guys ask you a question. How many of you like with, hold on, who's coming in? How much time do you spend on your phone every single day? Like, put that in the chat. Like, because I know me, I literally spend about 6 to 7 hours, because I work from my phone, I edit, so I'm constantly being exposed to EMF radiation from my phone, but I actually have a solution. So let's check out subject A. Let's just concentrate subject A. I think this is Simon's blood. So he came in a fasted state, no food, no water, did a demo on his blood, boom, free flowing. Look at the blood. Literally, you can see the cells, awesome. 30 minutes, each of them were using the phone. Again, do you guys only use your phone for 30 minutes? Like, I know that's not something that people are doing. So let's check it out. Subject A, look at the blood. 30 minutes of phone use. Wow, that's crazy. Like, I know Simon was probably experiencing a headache having the Emguarde off. And now, 30 minutes later, look what happened to the blood again. It is free flowing. Guys, so now you can see how many of you now, please put 2 in the chat that you think you can really expose people to this information. And I dare you to go do the same test. Go ahead and do it. Like, I've done it, and I actually have a video on it. And that's why, I don't know if you guys agree, or matter of fact, let me ask it in a question form. Who here agrees that this is a powerful product every home needs? Put it in the chat. Exactly, 100%. Yes. That's exactly right, guys. So that's the power of the Emguarde, and remember again, it's demo-able. That's a word that Simon invented because you can actually do a demo to this product and show your customer. Now, that concludes the holistic wellness plan about what we are offering the market as a dual package. This is our package. It's called the holistic dual package, and it's comprised of the K8 machine and the Emguarde powerful harmonizer, because one protects us from the inside and then the other one protects our environments and our loved ones and everybody around our house. Okay, not just the house, because most people get it for their job, for their offices, everywhere that you can go, you can take your Emguarde with you. So now let's talk business. Hours and hours on the computer and phone. I'm grateful I have an Emguarde with me. Exactly, Veronica. You actually have 3 of them, right? So now let's talk business. Let me show you guys that are on this call, right? If you guys are still on this call, I really applaud you guys for being here, for really taking the time. And let me show you why this is such an opportunity, why you guys wanted to at least take a look at what we got going on, to be able to produce that simple ambition of $10,000 a month and leveraging a global business. So it's super, because it started when we were thinking about it, like me and my wife and some of our team, we were talking, we were saying like, what's an ambition that we can make it simple for everyone to really vibe with? Because there's people in our company making 50K, 60K, 100K, even 200K a month easily. So that's probably far-fetched for a lot of people to grasp. So we made it, even when we got started, we were like, if we can just do $10,000 a month, literally it can transform my life. So if you guys can put in the chat, what would $10,000 a month do for you right now? Just in 1 word or 2 words, please put it in the chat. All right, now. So 3 ways we actually make money with Enagic. So direct sales. This is the first way. And the best way I explain this direct sale of what we have here in this industry, it's literally like real estate. You have real estate, you have an agent going out selling homes, he makes a direct commission, okay? And then we have here an indirect sale, meaning if I got my realtor, I became a broker and I have realtors working for me and they go out, make a sale, I am considered to take an indirect sale, which is an indirect commission. So most brokers, they actually have hundreds of realtors, of agents working out for them, selling, and they actually get part of the commission. So in that same structure, we have the ability to be the broker and the realtor. That's the beautiful part about Enagic. One is more of the leverage, the other one is more of your own effort, okay? So here, and then we'll be able to talk more about the passive income on, and maybe even Simon can possibly touch more on the passive income side to be able to tell you, because he is experiencing this like every day. And so he'll be able to share a little bit his perspective on passive income. But please pay attention. Direct sales plus indirect sales equals to group sales. I'm gonna be using this word a lot, group sales, because the effort, it's combined. Most people will be like, well, is it just my sales? Is it my team sales? No, no, no. Everything that happens directly or indirectly is considered group sales, okay? So now let me show you why this is a powerful project that we are telling you about, that you can become an affiliate and actually do this as a professional business, okay? So there's the 8-point global patented system. Think about it this way: whenever a machine gets sold, like for example, this K8 unit, it is priced at $58.90 plus tax. So now the company actually has a preset budget for the distributors to pay them out. So it's $2,800 as a preset budget, and each point, which I always refer to it as a pie of pizza. You take a slice of pizza, it's valued at $350. right? And if you're at different places in the world, if you're watching this replay, please talk to the person that invited you to be able to refer to the system that is used in that area of the world because of the actual currency change and all of that, okay? So one slice of pizza, $350. The whole pie, it's $8,800, okay? Because in this business, in this company, there's no traditional marketing budget. All that budget that they would spend millions of dollars to be able to pay out athletes, celebrities, TV shows, all the ways that they would have for marketing budget, they eliminated that and they pay it to average Joes like you and me. People that really want to be able to share it with other people and want other people to win. Because I've been consuming this water for 9 years. Simon has been consuming this water for about 10, 12 years. So there's so many people on this call that have been consuming water for a certain amount of years. So when you talk to that person, it's coming from a genuine standpoint. Let's eliminate the sale, eliminate the money that we can make. Because most people, I realize it's in our nature to recommend. It's in our nature to tell somebody about an amazing movie. I bet you the Spider-Man movie, which I'm waiting for it to come out, most people are, it's one of the movies that has been watched as a trailer so far because people are recommending it. They're telling other people. But when does Marvel actually send us a check? If you tell somebody about a restaurant that you enjoy. So we do that by nature. Even if you had a bad experience, if a mechanic ripped you off, you'll tell somebody, don't go to that guy. So we do that already naturally. We just don't get paid. But here we realize we actually have something powerful. We can get paid for our effort, okay? So same situation goes for the Emguarde. It is the same structure. The only thing that is different is the actual preset budget. So one slice is $80 and the whole slice is actually $740. So I gotta correct this right here. So let's go, and the product itself, it's $1,520 in the US right now. So let me show you how do you get promoted as an agent when you start this opportunity with us, okay? So when you get started, literally, you are a 1 agent. You are a 1A. So as a 1A, your first job is to sell 3 direct sales. So in this case, I'm using the direct. So this is how you actually open up the ability to go to 2A. So on that third sale that you do, you actually opened up the 2 agent lane, which acts as a franchise, okay? So the 2 agent lane, literally now, you get 2 slices of the pizza. If you sell a K8, $700. If you sell an Emguarde, $160. So how can you get promoted again to a 3 agent? Because there's only 6 of them, okay? So 3 agent actually is after 10 group sales now, because remember, you made 3 directs. And let's say out of those 3 directs, the people wanted to copy exactly what you did, and they did 3 each. Now you have over 12. So now you are basically able to move up the ladder and go to the 3 agent. So by doing that, the next direct sale, because to be able to initiate any level up in this company, you have to do it with a direct sale, okay? So group sales helps you scale. When you need to actually open up the new franchise, you do it with that direct sale. So once you do number 11 with the direct sale, now you get 3 slices of the pizza. So check this out. Who here, after telling 10 people and they say yes, and they get this technology, I know it's a high ticket product, but remember, once we show people why they need it and how much money is actually gonna save them, it's a no-brainer. And now you tell 10 people, and let's say you tell 3 people and help those 3 people do the same. Now you get to 10, number 11, you're making $1,000, $500 if you sell a K8, or $240 if you sell an actual Emguarde. So let's go through 4A, 20 group sales. The next direct that you do, you open up the franchise of 4A. So basically now you're a broker that anything that goes in that 4A position, any agent that comes in there, whatever they produce, they're producing you that type of commission. That's how it looks. Your 3A franchise lane, all the agents that you have working there, they'll be able to produce you $1,050. So that's how I can literally just simplify how this works. So 5A, 50 group sales. So the effort of, let's say, 5 people tell 10 people, or 10 people tell 5 people. Literally, that's how it gets to spread. And I know people that sold maybe just 10 machines and got to 6A, got to 100 sales. So here 51 opens up the franchise lane of 5A. Now you're making $1,750 or $400 for an Emguarde. And lastly, 6A is when you have more than 100 group sales, and the next one that you do, you lock in your 6A position. And now you are considered as a business partner with eNagic, and now they want you to be able to duplicate what you were able to do with the agent that you have in your 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A, and 6A leg. All right? So it's a beautiful structure. I never seen nothing like it. And like I mentioned, it's patented, meaning when I understood that patent, when I was talking to Simon, and he put a very emphasis on this point that I love, which was the patent it's gonna do two things. It's gonna be able to protect the distributor, because now the company is not gonna just want to change the program like overnight, and it actually protects from other companies that are in the direct sale multi-level trying to do what we do and copy our structure. So we are unique. Anything in the network marketing space, if we are considered as network marketing, which I don't view it that way, I actually think we're in the affiliate marketing and direct sales, because you buy one product, you're in business for life. Most of these low tickets you have to buy every month and all these things, so it's very different. So now let me put it in a perspective. Let me show you guys how does that work, because I am a visual guy. And a lot of people, when they see these visuals, they be able to clear it up. So whenever you sell like this, those are considered your direct sales, because now this is you and these are your direct sales. And now they have the chance to become the same, to become brokers too. So when, let's say, Tom does the same thing, these are considered indirect sales to you. So this is leverage income, because you don't know Grace, you don't know Polly, you don't know Annie, and you still got $300, $300, and $80. That is the power about this business structure. That is why it's so important. So let's go into another simulation of, once you're a two agent, let's say Rose, and let's say Rose really loved this structure, and she told 3 of her friends, they all got K8, and an Emguarde. So here you're gonna get 700, 700, 160, because she's in your 2A franchise lane, even though that she will get only 80, 350, and 700 here. So let's say, because most people will ask me, well, that looks like a pyramid. Why isn't this a pyramid scheme? So let me show you why, because remember, I showed you there's only 8 slices. There's only one pizza that gets paid out whenever there's a product sold. So when there's a K8 goes out of the bodega to go to the customer's house, there's only $2,800 that gets distributed, and depending where you at here, that's how many slices you're gonna be able to collect. So let's see how far the line that goes. So let's say Phil does the same thing. Boom, you're gonna collect all these checks. If Bob does the same thing, you're gonna collect all these checks. And let's say if John now wants to do that. So John, I always ask people, and if you can put it in the actual chat. Nice. AC says he's been drinking the water for over 3 years. That's amazing, brother. So here, if Don, most people would tell me it's $700, right? But let's do the math. So here, because remember, there's only 8 slices. 1 slice, 2 slices, 2 slices, 2 slices, 1 slice left, meaning you only get 350. Same for Dave, 350. And now here for Dan, because Dan will rank up John to the 2A franchise lane. Now let's see how much you will get for this Dan sell. 2 go for here, 2 here, 2 here, and then there's 0 for you. When I first saw this 0, literally I was like, man, what do you mean? I'm not gonna get no more money. But at the end of the day, what I learned is I put this, one of my mentors told me this. He was like, just imagine your team is winning. You guys are winning. You guys are bringing people in. People are joining. People are getting the benefit. They're getting the money. So it's a good thing that you have people actually having results. So now I see it as a beautiful thing that I get a non-8 8A sale, because this is considered a non-8A sale, meaning it does not count towards your group sale. So for the group, this one will not count. All of these does, because you got a 1A commission, and and then Dan sale does not count. So, but the beautiful part is that you have the ability to keep being an agent. So now you go out and you bring Ryan in, you sell him at Emguarde, you get 240, and now Ryan becomes your 3A franchise lane. Whatever Ryan does, you're gonna collect 3 points. So same thing, if you bring Za into a 4A position, and Za goes out and sells 200 machines, imagine how much money you'll make. So that's the beautiful part. Let's say you get me on your 5A leg, and now I bought a KA because I love this. I saw it. I was like, man, let me get a KA. You get $1,750. And then once you get somebody like Simon, once you're more developed and you get him into your 6A leg, imagine, guys, this guy sold over 10,000 units in his team. This is huge. So it will be 2,100. So for the sake of this, let's do the last simulation. So here, imagine I go out as in your 5A leg, right? And I make 10 sales the first month that you bring me into the business. I bought the KA, I told 10 people directly, and I sold 10 direct sales. How much will you make? You're gonna get $17,500 unactively. Wow, guys. Can you guys put a wow in the chat? Because when you see this, this is the true leverage about true affiliate marketing with a high ticket sale. Yes, most people are going to tell you this machine is too expensive. It's more expensive buying bottled water. And that's why we do these demos. And that's why we're here to help you showcase this information to the brand new person that you bring in. So you're not here to do it alone. Exactly. So let's continue. Once you get to 6A, literally now you open up, you become a business partner with Enagic. You get an incentive because they believe in rewarding us whenever we get to an actual milestone of 100 sales. So they give you $3,000 for you to do whatever you want. You can go for a trip. You can go to the actual conventions, because they have, like when we went to Japan, we actually got to claim our check in stage. We actually got to get our award. We got to meet amazing people. So you could do whatever you want. But most people that I've seen here in Enagic, they actually use it to go to the conventions. So it's a beautiful part. So we'll be able to get you guys on the 6A group awards, the Rising Step awards, all these things. Once you get close to 6A, we'll be able to show you guys. But something I want to touch base on real quick is the educational allowance. This is for all the non-8A sales, because the company believes in paying the distributors for the effort that they're doing for their team. So for example, a lot of the sales that like say Za does or whatever, Simon doesn't get a check, but he gets a non-8A sale. So imagine if in 1 month, he basically able to produce 20 sales that are in the non-8A because they're so far down his organization, because it gets wild. Then he's gonna get a $3,000 check because of those 20 indirect people that just bought it, because now he's a 6A. Now he's actually a business partner with the company. So you guys can see the company believes in taking care of us, as long as we just take care of the next person, as long as we get that torch and pass it down to the next person, teach the next person on how to behave and how to show up and how to actually take advantage of this opportunity. Okay. So here, this is something that we actually were able to discover, and our team, and this is the specialty of our team, is to be able to understand the strategies that can actually minimize the effort and the hard work that you have to go through. Because when I got to 6A, it took me the traditional route, which was this right here, 101 sales to be able to get to 6A. Sweat and tears, selling machine by machine, machine by machine. So once we understood that there's other strategies, that's why we're telling you about the dual. Remember in the beginning when I showed you why I'm gonna concentrate about these two products, the KA and the Emguarde. This is why, because in a strategy for the business, Now it makes sense to be able to be like, well, I need a dual, not just because the products are amazing, but also for me to structure my business the right way. Because once you do a dual, look at the effort. Half of the time, ladies and gentlemen, that you need to be on this journey, because every family you get to talk to, they're gonna get a dual. And the people that they're gonna bring on, as you know, you become the broker and then they're the realtors or the agents making the sales, bro, it's amazing. So this is why this is an amazing opportunity. So lastly, I'll just show you guys real quick, when you join with a dual sale, or when we join with a dual package is what we call, look at the power of this. Let me show you real quick, and then I will get some of the people to share their testimonials, and just to basically share maybe 1 minute of what was their experience, and then I'll pass it to Simon. So here we have the K8 as one of your first legs, and once you buy the Emguarde underneath yourself, you actually have a second position that earns income. Remember, these are the commissions for K8 and Emguarde. So when you get started and you sell somebody, you sell John a dual package, this is how much you're gonna earn your first go. Your first sale ever, you're gonna make $860. Can you guys see the power of this? Please put one in the chat. Yes, Ryan said, wow. So what I'm saying is, you sell somebody a dual package, they get the Emguarde for the KA for their water, they get the Emguarde to protect themselves, you get a commission of $860. Now, once you become a 2A, look at this, you're making $1,290, because the first account, the K8 account, will always get one point, one slice. But now the second account is getting 2 slices, and these slices are doubled, double pepperoni, you know, double toppings, because you have KA and Emguarde commission on each one. So imagine, look at the effort. That's why people are leveling up way faster doing this. I wish I would known about this when I got started. So here, this is the special point. This is what I want to tell you guys about it. I'll show you the other ones just for the sake of it, but this is where it's magical, because the 3A rank, remember, in the traditional route, 3A, it's 11 sales, right? 10, the number 11, you have to do a direct sale. So here, since you're selling duos, they're counting as 2 each time. So whenever you get to the I would say the first sale is 2, 2, 2, 2. So it's about 6 sales. The number 7 has to be direct. Now you become a 3A. So 7 sales in, look how much you make. You make $1,720. Because remember, you made this twice, you made this 5 times, and then you made this 1 time. And when you calculate this, it's the investment that you invested in. Literally, you got your money back. That's simple. So when I tell people, you don't need the money to start this business, you just need the effort, you need the hustle, you need the ability to go for something that can change people's lives. And you'll be able to leverage the banking systems and all these things to get money. We have financing, we have different ways to get you started. But I want you to see the big vision. This is how we're gonna be able to get to these levels. If not, you're just gonna get 2 amazing products, change your life and your family's life, and that's it. And you're gonna become the number 1 people that we have, because there's 3 types of people. The person that will just tell me, Mehdi, look, I got money, I don't need this stuff, I just want the 2 products, I believe in them, or let me get the 4 products, whatever. But they don't want to share it. Totally fine. Those are just the users. The second type, which are at least the smarter people that say, well, there's an opportunity for me to make my money back. I'm gonna tell Susie, John, all my friends, all my family. I know they're gonna believe me because I'm a man of my word. I'm a woman of my word. They trust me. I'm gonna talk to these people. They're gonna get it, and I'm gonna get my investment back. That's type 2. And type 3 is, I think it's a lot of people on this call are type 3, because they see the vision. They see how they can scale this into a 7-figure income. So that's why I am here. That's why I get to develop my team. That's why I get to develop the next person that we're gonna be bringing more people into these calls. So it's a pass the torch down. So let's look at the last ones, and I will finish here. Look at this. 4A, you're making the same. 4A is 20 sales, meaning it's only 10 dual sales, and you're making the same as the person that did it the traditional route and went to 6A, which is 2,100. So 5A, 2,600, let's say, to round it up, and then 6A, $3,000. So now going back to the statement that we said when you guys came into this call, to make $10,000 a month, that simple ambition. So imagine, as a 6A, you sell 3 duos, you're at $9,000. How many low ticket products you would have to promote for you to get close to $10,000 a month? I know they're not 3, they're not 5, it's thousands. So just put that in the back of your ear. So now we'll be able to show you guys. No, I'll be able to open up the mic, and then I'll have Simon share the vision about the passive income and how we guys can get you started. So let me get some people on the actual call that wants to share. I would love to hear from you guys. I'll leave Za for the end. Let me get Ryan to share 2 minutes, please, bro. Just share your thoughts about what this opportunity has done for you, what these products have done for you, and what do you see long-term working with True Legacy? What do you see long-term working with people like this? So please take the mic, bro, and share.
All right, what's going on, everybody? Man, this water, man, it's real simple, man. I didn't really think about my water before. I was drinking Kangen Water. I was drinking, just bottled water, just thinking water was just water. But then I decided to give Kangen Water a try. So, like, after being consistent, I started noticing I felt more hydrated throughout the day, and I didn't feel as sluggish. So, just like that, that's just been a small change that just made a notable difference, man. And just like as far as just the lifestyle, man, I just feel better overall doing something just simple as upgrading active hydrogen water. It's been amazing just being able to share with people, working out with people. I feel like I could recover better, stay hydrated longer during my workouts. So that's been a good game changer for my routine for sure. And my family, man, I wanted better options for my household, especially when it comes to what we drink daily. Bringing Kangen Water into the home, we've been more intentional about staying hydrated. So it just feels good knowing that we're making a healthier choice together as a family, and not going the bottle route. So man, that's how it felt for me. And then after just experiencing just how I feel on a day-to-day, it just makes sense just to share it with others, just being passionate with the family and the friends. So because you never know who might need this. It may be a fit for you, it may not, but you may know somebody who can benefit from this Kangen Water. So that's my testimony from it, how this water been doing. And as far as the business, man, I'm on an amazing team. My mentor, Mehdi, he's doing an amazing job. We just locking hands, trying to grow markets globally around the world, man. And just basically, like you said, we're not even in our peak season yet to really tap in. So I'm excited on what this can do for me. I've been drinking this water for 4 years, just joined the business, had no business being in business, but once I seen the vision, then that was just a whole different changer. So I appreciate it, man. Thank
you, Ryan. I love that, bro. You're a man that literally put in the work. You get people on the call and you run through the numbers because you know what you have as a vision and you have a clear vision. So I applaud you for doing that. Keep putting in the work. And now I want to be able to pin one more person before I give the mic to Za. Veronica, please tell people your story, because this lady reached out to me about maybe 2 years or let's say a year and a half ago, and we really locked hands because she was looking for an ability to get true value, and she found it with us, and she found it with this team, and now she calls it home, and she's doing big things. She's really having the vision. She stay consistent. And I love her energy. I just love her energy. So if she can please come on the call, please, and share your quick testimony, the same thing, and just tell people why Kangen, why this business, and where do you see yourself?
Okay, so this is Veronica, and I joined Enachic because a few years ago the doctors discovered a tumor in my brain. So I went to a health institute, and for the first time, my tumor was reduced. And then a few years later, I discovered Kangen. It was in 2019. So I bought a Kangen machine in 2020. I couldn't go to Spain because of the COVID. So in 2021, I went to Spain. I had my checkups, and it was my second time that the tumor was reduced. So I can't make medical claims, but that's what happened to me. Also, what I noticed a lot is that when I do a deep cleaning in my house, after I always have lower back pain. So since 2020, I never had lower back pain after I did some cleaning. And so I just love this water. And it helps a lot with the skin, for your hair. It's just, I never thought about do the business because I bought it for my health and for my family too, for prevention. But then I just started talking to people when they told me they had health issues. I tried the water. So I just love to see how they feel after drinking the water. And I just love Mehdi and Simon. They're always there. And for me, they're like my family because whenever I need a question or answer questions, so that's why I love this team. It's just, and they are my family. And Kangen Water, my daughter has one, my son has one, my mom has. I bought one for each of them because they can't afford it. So for me, it's the best water. And I want to say one more thing. I bought the Emguarde after 1 year of listening to the videos of Simon and David. And then the tumor I have in those demos, the doctor she says that is a schwannoma. So the tumor I have is called schwannoma, and it affects the hearing. And in the lesson from the Emguarde, I discovered that the Wi-Fi, the EMF, is one of the reasons that could cause the tumor I have in my brain. So that's why I didn't buy only one Emguarde. I bought 3 because I wanted one for my daughter. There's always is at university. I bought one for my son, and I bought one for me. And now I need to buy another one for my mom because she's in Spain. So she has the Kangen. So now she also has the shower like me because I want the best for my mom. And I just need another Emguarde for that. I just love this.
I love you, Vero. You're such a sweetheart. Like I just love the ability of you. Seeing it from that point of like saying, I wanted it for my family, I wanted it for my loved ones, and I wanted it for the people I truly care about. And now you actually did it, and now you saw the same opportunity from that same energy to be able to give it to other people. So I applaud you for that. Thank you for sharing. So now, no further ado, I want to introduce my boy Za Nadiri to the call. Like, this guy, he is a brother of mine. Like, he's been in this industry for quite some time. He is an active coach. This is his business. This is what he does. And you'll be able to share. I don't want to take a lot from his story, but this guy's power on seeing the vision and taking this to the notch of really want to share with something that the people need and tie it in with his industry and what he's able to do. So Za, no further ado, please share your story. Tell the people what you're all about, why you see Enagic works, and how this vision, what type of vision do you carry doing this business and carrying out this mission, bro?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Mehdi. Guys, first and foremost, let's say thank you to Mehdi. What a powerful call this was, right? You guys got so much value. So regardless if you guys came in here, right, for opportunity or just curious to know what we have, you will know walking away that, right, there's a product that exists out there that's changing people's life. This is why this company has been out there for the past 52 years, right? Being secretly used by top celebrities and athletes, right? So ask yourself, what was it that spoke to you guys the most, right? Was it the benefits of the product, or was it the opportunity, right? We have it all. We have health, we have wealth, and we have happiness and peace of mind. We have something that genuinely impacts people's life. If you guys don't know my story, right? My name is Za Nadiri. I'm originally from Afghanistan. I came here 2014 as a refugee. I lived in a foster home. Matter of fact, Brother Wilson on this call is my pops. That's my foster dad. I haven't seen my pops in a couple of years. My pops is here supporting his son, so I'm super grateful. Good to see him here. And guys, I came in here, I dedicated my life to fitness, right? I went from starting in the gym floor during COVID. I got introduced to this machine, exposed to it back in 2020, right? I had it for Been drinking the past 7 years. I saw the benefits, I saw the value, I saw what it did for me, because I used to compete in a very high level competition as a fitness coach, right? As throughout my year, I progressed in my fitness career, and my goal was to impact people in a bigger scale, which means, right, giving, because I'm all about health, I'm all about turning people healthy, right? Get them to take care of their health. And for me, it was like, okay, how can I scale this in a bigger scale, right? Broad spectrum of people. I went from in-person training to independent to become online fitness coach, and no matter how much I did, and I just wanted more because I feel like I had more in me. And until I saw the vision of this product, I was like, you know what? I'm already inside of health and fitness, and there is this product that I see the value, I see it impacts people's life. Now I can actually use my authentic voice, right? My own branding, and people come into me asking for looking for me, listening to me as a coach to get them healthy. Now I can introduce them to exercising and proper eating, and I have this medical grade device that's proven to work, that's been used by top celebrities, athletes, and doctors in hospitals, right? How much this could impact people's life. And beyond that, my goal is to one day walk on a stage and inspire millions of people like, hey, I was this kid, came from a place where success does not breathe, right? Now I live this life like because of this Enagic, because of this business, not just the water. I was able to travel 8 countries last year, and through that I got exposed to people like Simon, right? He's an amazing guy. Matty, all these guys, these people are leaders, these people that care about putting themselves out there and genuinely changing people's life. So, right, just guys, remember yourself, no matter what you came in the call here for tonight, that you walked away knowing with something very, very valuable, right? Getting exposed to see what's the biggest secret that's out there that people are using up here, right? It's healing water. And most importantly, even if you're somebody that's young, that doesn't care about their health yet, but you know, there's a way for you, right, to create passive income, to gain freedom, right, through something working with like-minded people. Now, ask yourself in traditional market, for you to open your own business, what will it cost you? Hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now, for you to an opportunity by investing in your health, you have an opportunity to work with like-minded people, being mentored for free, and go on and gain financial freedom. When people say, oh my God, this is too much, $5,000 is too much, I say, ask yourself, is $5,000 too much for in a restaurant eating a dinner? Sure it is, right? Is $5,000 too much to buying a car? No, it's not, right? So think of it like buying a vehicle, a car. Now it starts producing you money, making you money. And most importantly, it builds you into something. You become a character. So for me, it's all about the journey, not about success. Because I run a very successful fitness coaching in South Florida. I have tons of clients. I make good amount of money. But I'm just chasing the next big thing that's going to turn me to something, that better person, leaders. I want to be surrounded by people like Simon, like Mehdi, right? So yeah, guys, thank you so much. That was my story. We're going to connect further, but I want to pass it to Simon because he's the one who's like, you know, done this business for long term. So Simon, go ahead, take over, brother.
Yeah, awesome, bro. Yes, Simon, go ahead and unmute, and I'll add you to the spotlight, brother. Yeah, go ahead. Thank you, Za. That was powerful.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you, Za. Guys, wow. I mean, hearing all these stories from you guys, like from Ryan, Veronica, Za, Mehdi, great job with the explanation and the presentation. And we've really been able to get a lot of clarity. So first of all, for those of you who are we're meeting for the very first time, my name is Simon from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. We are a country in Southeast Asia. And I think a lot of people from the US have not heard of Malaysia, but it's a beautiful country. And I've been doing this business for over a decade. I'm still relatively young because I started really young. In fact, I was an accountant by training. I did my accounting finance degree. I worked as an auditor in one of the biggest audit firms in the whole world. But I just found that it's not really for me, right? So I got exposed to this opportunity about slightly over 10 years ago by a very good friend. I attended a call like this. I went to a physical seminar, and then I went to a workshop that is that is a one-day workshop to find out more about the business. And I decided to be part of this business. And that was 10 years ago. I didn't have any experience in sales and marketing or business. I just knew that, look, if I wanted to have something different, a different outcome, a different income, a different lifestyle, a different level of freedom in my life, I can't continue the path that I've been taking, because that's, right? You can see, is this path going to give you the freedom or not? You don't need to go through it to see it. right? You can already see it from the start. So that was the main reason why I got involved in this business. Not only that, the water helped my mother tremendously because my mom suffered from asthma, diabetes, a lot of issues, and the water really helped her. She's never had an asthma attack for over 10 years. So to me, this machine, even if it's $50,000, I would still buy it. Because my mom has gone through all kinds of medications, all kinds of treatments, all kinds of alternative remedies to try to cure her asthma. Nothing worked. And she's always had that puff. And as a kid, I always asked my mom, what is that puff they always have? Why are you always doing, what's that? Why I don't see other people doing it? Why is it only you? Never understood it. And then after I said, oh, it's asthma, it's a condition. And she's always had that in her bag, right? Years, since I was a kid till I was an adult. And today, that puff is like cold storage in her drawer, just in case something happens. She's never used it. She doesn't even bring it out anymore. And that's been last 10 years. And the moment, I, like what Zah said, he's in the fitness industry, and I 100% agree with Zah. To be successful, as a successful person, you not only have to make a lot of money, you also have to take care of your health. And I'm somebody that wants to get my mom on the treadmill to get her to be more active, but her asthma is getting in the way. The moment she goes on the treadmill for over 20 minutes, she gets a little bit of that feeling that the reaction is going to come, and she has to stop. So in a way, her asthma has been getting in the way of her health, everything, right? And the water's been able to really solve that. And the Emguarde came in, and I'm truly excited with the Emguarde. In fact, I'm one of the main spokesperson for Enagic International for Emguarde globally. I do a lot of Emguarde trainings for my team and also globally for the company, because I believe that every single home deserves to know about this technology, because we are bombarded with all these EMF radiation 24/7. There's no doubt about it. Look outside your window. Look far enough, you would see a 5G tower somewhere. You would see it, right? And people are changing into electric vehicles. The world is changing, technologically more advanced, which is good for us. But at the same time, remember, every time something goes forward, there's always some side effects, and that's radiation, right? And that's why the Emguarde is just coming in so beautifully at the right time. And I love what Veronica shared. She not only took care of herself, she took care of her entire family. Mom, her family that couldn't afford the Kangen machine, she bought it for them, because health is wealth. What is $5,500 for your mother herself? Come on, right? Come on, $5,500, right? And now she's also going to get the Emguarde for her mom in Spain. So the products, I don't want to talk more about it because it's truly world-class and incredible. You've seen the videos from Mehdi and his entire explanation. In fact, you don't even need celebrities to endorse it. To me, the celebrities mean very little to me, because who cares? I don't really care what Bill Gates is drinking, but I look at the facts, right? The fact says you need to be on this water. As simple as that, right? So fell in love with the products, and now with the business. Today, I've been 10 years old in the business. I've achieved a rank of 682-4 from somebody as an accountant earning less than $1,000 a month. In Malaysia, you don't get paid a lot of money as an accountant. You work your butt off 9 to 6, 5-6 days a week. You don't get paid for your effort. And I feel that a lot of people are falling into the trap that they do a lot in their work, their business or whatever, but they don't get paid what they deserve. And there's no freedom, right? There's no freedom. They go to work, they come back, little time for their kids, little time for their family, and then they go to work again. And in the weekend, they're just tired, they're burnt out, and they really want to spend time with their kids, but they're so tired, they spend half the day in bed. This is what 90% of the people on planet Earth is facing, right? So the thing is, I didn't want to go down that path. I was a young guy. I didn't want to see myself 30, 40, 50 years old, tired, burnt out with no money. So this opportunity came onto my lap. I took the bull by the horn. I grew this business locally in Malaysia. I took it to Dubai. I took it to India. I built a team in Turkey as well. And now we have a beautiful US team as well. And we're also expanding to South America, because this business, there's no borders. You can, like the system that Mehdi has shown you, you can sponsor people literally from your laptop. Somebody in Spain, you can sponsor somebody in Pakistan, you can sponsor somebody in India, in Dubai, and you get paid in the country wherever you register your account. it is truly a borderless, zero red tape business. So I see it as, look, with $7,000 with the Duo, right, the Duo package, I'm able to have 2 income positions, earn thousands of dollars per sales that I make, and I can do this globally from my laptop, or if I want to meet somebody outside in a cafe, up to me, up to my time. So I've been able to grow this over the last 10 years and achieving a rank of 62-4. I'm currently financially free, invest in properties, I invest in stocks. I have a huge love in the stock market, in the US stock market. So I'm using this business as a platform for me to gain my own financial freedom, and by allowing me to have the abundance in cash to invest in even more investment vehicles to create more passive income. Because at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, who here you would like to earn passive income? Type PI in the chat box. Passive income literally means that if you don't do anything, you can still get paid. I know it sounds very cliche. Oh, sit down there, wake up, whatever time you want, and then get paid. But the reality is, if you were to build this business seriously and correctly with the structure that Mehdi, Za, all these mentors here in the call teach you, you will be able to get to a level that you're gonna get passive income. And let me tell you something good about passive income. It rolls and rolls bigger because it allows you to earn more. If your bills are taken care of, then anything excess, you're able to invest it in more vehicles that generate you more income. So why do people say the rich get richer? Is it just a saying? No, it's because when you are above your means, when you're earning above your means and above what you need to pay your bills, then you have the avenue to invest in other things and make even more money. So there's a science behind why people say rich get richer. I'm not saying I'm a billionaire, but what I'm trying to say is this business has allowed me to go from somebody earning less than $1,000 a month to be truly free. And I think what people, I don't know, what are your goals? Those of you who are in this call, is your goal to make a ton of money? Is your goal to be able to spend more time with your kids? Is your goal to be able to travel the world and experience this beautiful planet Earth that we have? Because all of us, we have, at best, I don't know, some of us going to live to 80, 85, 90, 100 years old. That's a very short time. That's a very short time if you think about it. And are we going to live that life building somebody else's dream, doing somebody else's work, and getting paid just enough to survive? Or are we going to truly take that chance to invest in our future? And I think this is what the Enagic True Legacy business is all about. It's about making a decision today with all the mentors that we have on this call. We have amazing people that have just shared before me, and to be able to look at them in the eye and say that, look, I'm going to be with these people, follow these people because they are on a train to freedom. And look at your own train. If you're on a train to freedom, good for you. But if you feel like your train is derailing or it's not going to the place that you want to go, then it's time to hop onto these people's train. Because why? The doors are open. We are literally opening up the doors. And what is the entrance ticket? Is it really $7,000? That's not the entrance ticket. The entrance ticket is your commitment, is your decision, is your willingness to open up to us. The $7,000 is for you to own the products, to take care of your health, and to open the account with Enagic so that you can have a vehicle to start earning income. Because anything that comes for free is normally not good. Anybody tell you can start for free, earn millions of dollars, it's probably mind my French, a bullshit scam, right? Here, what we're focusing on are medical grade products, high quality, products that the world needs, the products that the world doesn't know yet, with a company that's proven itself over the last 52 years, headquarters in Okinawa, Japan. I was just in Okinawa 2 weeks ago to celebrate our CEO's 85th birthday. And I can say at 85 years old, he's strong as an ox, and he is still building this business with a vision. And the reason why, I've been able to garner this kind of enthusiasm even after 10 years in this business is because I look at people like him at 85 going at full force, because he knows whatever that he's doing is changing people's lives for the better. He's changing his own family's life for the better, right? And is also able to allow people to know more about the philosophy of Enagic and what we stand for. So True Legacy System, we're able to give you guys the right mentorship, the right guidance for you guys to set up your business. for you guys to start funding people into your business, Enagic has been a key integral partner to make all this happen, because without Enagic, we would have no products, no commissions to make, right? So it is a blend of a affiliate marketing powerhouse like us with a company like Enagic, and that's how you are able to generate your thousands of dollars of income every month. And one day, give yourself 2-3 years. It's not a short-term thing. If you plan to come into this business and say that, okay, I'm going to invite, maybe 5 of my best friends, 10 of my best friends, and I'm going to make so much money every month, not doing anything, then this is not the business for you, right? Because this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is a real business that requires real effort. But the beautiful part of it is that if you do it right, and if you do it long-term enough, you're going to reap the fruits of it, like what I'm reaping today. So, like what Mehdi has shared over the last, 60, 90 minutes, whatever it is, there's no fluff to this. Whatever you see is whatever it is, right? So now what I highly recommend is, this business has truly changed my life. The products have changed my family's life for the better. And what I highly recommend everybody to do is to really look at this, talk to the person that invited you. It could be Veronica, it could be Ryan, it could be Zah, talk to them, have a conversation, share with them any questions that you have, because here we're an open community. We want to help new people to come in and learn the tricks of the trade, come into our community, get coached, get trained, and we will show you the way how to become financially free. And this is what we have to offer here. So, Mehdi, thank you very much. Zah, guys, Veronica, Ryan, it was very, very good to see you guys. I hope you guys are really crushing it. Mehdi, especially, in the South American market, we are seeing, so much potential in the region. And those of you who have contacts in South America, like Veronica, Spanish speaking, I don't know if you have contacts, I'm sure you have, right? Look, when I went to Dubai, India, Turkey, Nigeria, I spent a year in Nigeria. I didn't know anybody. You think I had a Nigerian king waiting to do this business with me? I didn't. Sometimes we have to put our intention in a place, put the intention there, and somehow it manifests. And the thing is, I was talking to everybody I know about the project that I'm doing and the people that I need to have to help me on this journey. And I'm Chinese Malaysian. So in Chinese, there's a word called 贵人. 贵人 means when you put your intention right, the right people, your angels will come out in your life to help you to get to that journey, but the thing is, you have to put your intention right, and you have to announce to the world what is your intention. If you keep it inside and you just keep it down low, it's not going to come out. So put your intention there. Now South America is opening up very fiercely. They have opened up the Paraguay office. I heard from Mehdi they're also going to do something in Colombia. So Enagic is seriously looking at the region, and I would highly suggest that you guys talk to all of the people around you that have contacts to South America, especially Colombia, because Mehdi and Magali, they are based there in Bogota, right? And that is no, it's not Bogota. You guys don't know Bogota, sorry. Medellin, sorry. Medellin, and you have a leader already in Colombia waiting for you guys to build this market, and not forgetting the amazing big American market, because even though Enagic has been in America for a long time, it is still a huge market for our company. So guys, take it at what it is. Look at the entire thing that was being presented today. Make your decision. Talk to the people that invited you, and we can't wait to welcome you onto the True Legacy team. Thank you very much. Over back to you, Mehdi.
Thank you, Simon.
Mehdi, can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm talking to a lot of people from Colombia, but what I would like to say is that my mom is 81. So she had a Kangen machine for 4 years. And I live in a little village. So, she's always sharing water with old people that are in her 70s. Like, I'm not making sales in the village, but how happy I feel when my mom tells me she helped this person and how their life changed. So keep sharing water, mom. That I just love that, And now I'm trying to do the business in Colombia and United States. I'm happy that my mom is helping the people in my village.
That's awesome. Veronica, where's your mom now?
In Spain, in a little village in the Mediterranean, in Valencia area.
Okay. So she's sharing the water with other people
that in her 70s. Yes, that live in the, because they walk everywhere. So people go to my mom's house and then she share water with them. But she's been doing that for 4 years. Like, we don't make sales there in the village, but we help the people in the village.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So you see, guys, there's multiple ways you can help people. Like what Veronica's mom is doing at her age, she's able to use the product to help those elderly ladies also in the village to have better life. Because like those ladies in their 70s, are they really looking for money? No, not really, right? They just want to probably live healthier, live longer, spend more time with their grandkids. So there's so many ways that Energy can help people. Number one is to their health. They need the water, like what Magali said. Number two, but if you look at, I was watching a video on Instagram yesterday, and there was just this compilation of people in the US going to the grocery store, looking at a can, even though we talk about don't drink sodas in our demos, but sodas is like part of the American diet, let's say, and people are used to drinking sodas. Sodas like Coke went from $3 a case to $9.50 a case. Right? You're talking about 300%. Garlic powder, you know those tiny garlic powder, when it's $9 a garlic powder. Toilet paper is $30. And I saw that video, and it's just a compilation. It was about like 25 reels mashed up together, showing that people are actually not being able to afford groceries. And although we want to talk as much about health as we want, because we know our products could really help people live healthier, but I believe there is a bigger issue that people are facing today is the financial stress because of the funny war that is happening in the world today. And even without the war, people are still struggling to pay their bills. They're not living to the maximum they want to live, and they're not being able to probably provide for their family the way they want to provide to. So I believe that we can help the people around us in two ways: with the water, with the Emguarde, and now with the business. Because guys, today they invest $7,000 for the Duo, but tomorrow they could be making $7,000, $10,000, $20,000 a month when they do this business. So I view myself as, like Zah, Maddie, Veronica, when we speak to people about the business like Ryan, we're not getting them to pay us money. They're paying $7,000 to the company to buy their products. We're giving them an opportunity. We're going to give them mentorship and coaching for them to start a business. They're going to earn them $5,000 to $10,000 a month. You're talking about money that could literally liberate and solve a lot of their financial needs and their problems. And I believe, even though health is the most important thing in our lives, but money solves 90% of all our problems. Would you guys agree?
Yeah.
100%, right? So especially in countries like Colombia, where I believe that the income level is not sky high, it's probably average. So people need this business. In Malaysia, people need this business. In the US right now, people need this business, right? 70% of Americans are $400 away from going in debt, right? 70% of Americans don't have extra $400 to cover any emergency medical bills or vehicle bills. So you're talking about the majority, right? All around the world. So this business, ladies and gentlemen, we're really able to help people, truly get real freedom. Because whatever freedom that the system has promised us today, is it really freedom? 9 to 5? Is it really freedom? If you think about it, it is, for lack of a better word, it is just like modern kind of an enslavement. They enslave you to work, they work, and you don't get paid much, and you go back into the same loop over and over again. So if we want to get true freedom, right, we need to look at this business, right, and this opportunity. So that's what I really wanted to say. The world is suffering. I believe Energy is a way for them to get out of it. I believe Energy is the answer. We need to take massive action, like what Zah has said. And we need to look at every person around us, not as a customer or as a prospect. You look at them as somebody that you can help liberate and set free from this cycle of 9 to 5 rat race and not being able to pay their bills. So when you look at people in that lens, you become so powerful because you're not there to sell them anything. Today, I don't sell people anything. I show people what Mehdi has shown today, exactly what Mehdi has shown. And I said that, do you want in? I'm not here to sell you anything. In fact, I'm here to sell you your freedom. do you want to get free? And if you want to take a look at these products, take a look at the opportunity, take a look at what our system can do, take a look at what our community can do for new people, all right, that's what I'm selling you. Right, so guys, for the new people, I think I've not met Flora. We have Tom, we have Khadija, a couple people on the call that I've not met before. Hopefully you guys can make a decision, get back to the person that invited you, and we truly can't wait to see you on our platform. All right, so I've been over to Mehdi.
Thank you so much, Simon. Such an amazing value added. I appreciate you for sharing your story, man, and just hearing this inspiration, because at the end of the day, like you said, I think more than just these amazing products, we actually have a way out. We have a way out for people. And, I read something on Threads today. Most people say it's hard working a 9 to 5. And I told her it's hard running your own traditional business. It's hard doing anything. But what's the difference? Are we capped doing whatever we're doing? Or are we just enslaved in doing just that one thing? So, yeah, guys, so I appreciate you. I don't know if Za wants to say something and just share anything to wrap it up for the people that are still here.
I'm just happy that it was super powerful call. It was amazing, right? You guys saw the power of the product. It literally sells itself. You're not in the business of selling. You're in the business of like educating and giving value, right? So what you guys want to do is like, it's all about like, it's a movement. Bring other people, expose them to the truth, have them see it for themselves. Because everyone is looking for a solution, right? And they just don't know how to get there, how to see it. So by you simply bringing other people and give them exposure, have them see that what we have is gonna by the time it's gonna turn into momentum, it's gonna build a bunch of people. So it's all about doing it, taking action, and not taking things for granted. You know what I mean? Time is money. So the longer you're invested in doing this. And like every time I do this call, like tonight's call was super powerful because it just makes me like, hey, bringing more people, because the people that I have that I know about, like I want them to see these things, So it was an amazing call, Mehdi. Good job, man.
No, thank you for everyone that was on this call. It was truly a powerful call, and that's the thing, guys. So we're here to show you a way out. We're here to not sell you anything. If anything, we're here to give you guys an opportunity. You guys heard it from Simon, and we're gonna be able to keep doing these calls. So please plug in. Make sure to invite for the next session. Be live with us, because magic happens when you're live here. And if you're watching the replay, go ahead and contact the person that recommended the replay for you to watch it, and tell them you're ready to join. You're ready to start making an impact, and you're ready to lock hands and help other people obtain that financial freedom. So I appreciate you guys for being here. So I'm gonna stop the recording. I'll see you on next Thursday. Let's go.